Hello, good afternoon, my fellow human beings. Today I will read to you questions to ask when you are dating. Okay? I've already organized mine into questions. They are meanings, but I don't recall anymore the meanings of color because I did this a long time ago and I don't remember. Okay, so I have them in a little packet like this, and you can play a game with it or to figure out who this person is. And you're going to do the following. The purpose is the questions are basically it is a method to know how balanced the person is. Okay, how the masculine and the feminine energies are balanced within that person. Okay, so if you are a woman, you're gonna ask these questions and see how eloquent the guy answers the questions, and if he has done the work of bringing the unconscious conscience. Okay, and then after a while, what you're gonna do is do the suggestions from Adrian Everhart that you hold your emotions. If you do your work, it's very easy. It's nothing special. If you have a secret union with yourself, it's very easy to close the tap of love and see if the person that you have in front of you is deserving of your love, because love is a currency that is not given for free. Okay, you have unconditional love that is for yourself, and you have unconditional love that you give for to everybody else. However, there is something that is called self-respect, integrity, and boundaries. And such as long those are not respected, you are loving and caring and warmth, but they don't get your heart nor your pussy. Okay, so what do you think I am insecure about? So in this question, he's going to see how observant he is. Okay. Oh, there is a very good point. That Sam Wagner says, just because a person is intellectually very intelligent, that doesn't mean he's emotionally eloquent or educated. Okay. It's very important to know if a person has their emotions educated. Okay. When did you last cry in front of another person or by yourself, and why? What quality is the most attractive in your partner? What would constitute the perfect day for you? What is the most bitter resentment? Or what are you the most bitter resentment for? What does friendship mean to you? Oh, I asked this question once, and the answer was, why should I be friends with a woman I just wanna fuck? Well, if you want to get married, I think it's very smart that the person that is going to be your family member in first degree actually is the one that decides if machines keep running or not. Is your best friend. I always make that joke with my friends. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. Shall I turn off the machine or turn it on? I don't know. Was he my friend? What do you value the most in your partner? In what ways do you need to grow or change? Oh, that's a very good question. So that's going to show if he has introspection. If he thinks he's perfect, it's a narcissist. Describe the qualities of the woman that you want to have with you, or your life partner. Okay. Are you ready to be challenged in a relationship and to be complimented? If yes, why? And in what ways should a woman challenge you and compliment you? Okay. Are you afraid to tell the truth? How do you feel the most loved? With this question, you know if he has worked on his childhood wounds, if he has done that job, and if he's aware, if he knows how important love is in one's life, okay? Because love is the glue that sticks us together. It makes us oneness. So, what makes you dream? Well, okay, this is your desires, the things you want to do in life, okay? When you say I love you, what does it mean to you? Name 3 things you would like to have in common with your partner. Well, I can't even name 4. What is one thing you wouldn't tolerate in a partner? Oh, that's very easy. Narcissism or codependence. Dun-dun! What has life taught you recently? Okay. What is your biggest strength or weakness? Are you family oriented? If so, how? What is your worst quality? Are you a grudge holder? Oh, that's a very good. Jesus, I don't want to be around grudge holders. Or you learn by spirit or by circumstance? What makes you laugh? Can you describe your relationship with your parents? What roles... There is a very good joke from Chris Rock that always check the relationship a guy has with his mother. Because if he says, fuck you, or something stupid to his mother, you're next. And there is another one, an author, I'm going to put the links down below, says that if the guy has a lot of sense of humor, it means that he comes from a very sad background, because they use humor to lift up their vibrations, okay? And it's also never forget or never ignore your intuition and what is your heart telling you, okay? If the guy, you show him something and the guy, there is nothing positive coming out of his mouth. I mean, there was a person that I met, and every day he mentioned that my eye rings here. Every day. He has never mentioned how beautiful the hair is or the skin or anything else. Another example. I am a very good writer, and when I show my writings, I expect an intelligent feedback. If that intelligent feedback doesn't come, I find it fishy, you know. Yeah, those things. Because I know friends, they give me very honest feedback, you know. Not only they give me positive feedback, my best friend, she's the one that says, do the videos, you have so much knowledge, our conversations are so fruitful, do the videos. And I want a friend like that, you know. I don't want to be together. I want to be together with a person that sees and pulls the best out of me, like I will do to them, you know. Creativity, you know. What roles do love and affection play in your life? Well, it's the most important thing, okay? Growing up, what type of attention was given to your emotional needs? Was it enough? If not, what did you do about it to fill that void? So that you don't expect me to fill it. That's a very intelligent question, is that you actually have to become the independent self, and you have to be satisfied yourself. You have already to live in the 10 of cups, because then you have 2 10 of cups that come together to improve and become better, okay? To thrive. It's like I water you and you water me, okay? Do you have pain in your soul? You have psychic pain, and you have psychic pain. The further apart your ego and your soul is. The closer they are together, that actually your soul is the one that's in command. It's the one that knows what are your emotional needs, your soul needs. Then you don't have psychic pain. Okay, you actually live in unconditional love. So you live in the momentum, and the momentum is the point that the energy that you fit in is less than the energy that comes out. There are a lot of presentations I want to do about it. If you were going to become close friends with your partner, please share what would be important for me to know. Which actions of yours did not align with your values or the love you have for your woman? Do you think you have all the necessary skills to be a fantastic partner? If so, which ones? Okay, then you can touch his hands and ask him, what do they tell you? Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna ask this. Not this one. What is that you are the most impressed about me? You should ask this often. Do I have concurrence? I don't think so. Ask me about my fears, concerns, about our relationship. Tell me your experiences with the women in your life. How did it met them, and why did you leave? Why did you go? Oh, I'm not gonna ask this. What mistake you have made that changed your life? What do you think you are searching in a partner? Describe in 5 words what do you think. Oh, I'm not gonna ask this. Look me in the eye and tell me something in silence. Okay. What would you describe me to others? Or how? What does my style says about me? If I had to change something about my style, what would it be? What is an impression I make that it is false? Oh, I know which one. When was the last time you lost your nerves completely, and why? What did you learn from your partners that you wish you could have forget? Well, the past is the past. What is the greatest lesson I taught you so far? Okay? So, which actions of yours did not align with your values? Okay, I already asked this. Why do you enjoy so much making? Okay, why do you enjoy so much working that you don't have time to stop and enjoy life? That's a good question. Those are for the alcoholics. Actually, I know the answer. They don't want to stop and think about everything they need to change about themselves in order to be happy. How should house cleaning be managed? Oh, that's a very good. I'm so happy there are robots now. Why did you cry so much? What are your emotional needs? Okay. Tell me about. Oh, I'm not gonna ask this. Have you ever done anything? No, I'm not gonna ask this. What would it take to kill someone? That's a very smart question. You have to know your limits. How often do you watch porn? Very good. If you are partnered, what touches your partner most deeply in sex? Well, that's intimacy, and that takes time to build. Is there a pacing in sex which touches and moves you deeply? Are parts of your body which, when touched in certain way, triggered you emotionally and deeply? What happened to create that experience? I don't understand this question. Okay. Have you ever had the feeling of lust and love fused together? Yes, I see. In my opinion, and according to my birth chart, is lust, love, spirituality, and intellectually. They all have to merge together. Have you been moved to the point of tears or felt the sense of love which overtook you? No. The feeling of love is not sad. What is sad is living in a 3D and the fact that we live in a matrix. So the only thing we can do is to have our vibrations high. Have you ever been emotionally touched during sex in a way that it took you by surprise? What touches you the most deeply in sex? Oof. Well, I already know the yellow ones is only about sex. What turns you the most in sex? Well, what turns me the most is before sex. Are the values and the characters. Why did you start smoking? And why did you stop? What should be our fighting resolution mechanism? Well, I like the one from Adrian Have a Heart very much, is that I love you too much to argue, so you just calm down and discuss it properly. Because when you love somebody and you feel attraction, and there are a lot of these triggers, it's difficult to have a fighting solution mechanism. What would be how fighting... Yeah, I already read this. How would you see yourself in 5 years? Why would you think I'm single? Do you look in the eyes of your partner when you reach an orgasm? Obviously, if I love them. Because you are actually touching another person's soul and they can tell you the most beautiful things to your soul. That's amazing. What do you think I am learning from you? Do you feel the most vulnerable with? What would it take to... I already asked this. What part of me, of my life, you might be jealous from and why? What is the question you don't want me to ask you? Do you worry about me and why? What would you love the most about our collaboration? Describe your mother's or father's best friends. Mines don't have any. Isn't that weird? What is the best book you have ever read? From all people of your family, which one's death would find the most disturbing? Because I'm not children, of course. Do you like pens or Kugelschreiber? I don't know how to say that. What was the best gift or present you have ever got and why? What gifts did you receive in your last birthday? What subject did you like the most in university? Which advice would you give your boys to prevent your mistakes? That's a good question. Given anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest? That's a good question. What is your relationship with your mother? What is one improvement I could have in my appearance? Would be good for you. So why aren't you attracted to? I don't get the question. Describe a moment that changed the direction of your life. Do you prefer old or younger partners? Healthy, please. Healthy. With secret union on themselves, emotionally illiterate, they can say themselves. And please without ego. Spirituality, intellectuality, love, and creativity. And in 15 years, do you think we'll be this close? Why or why not? What questions do you hate on the first date? What do you do for a living? And where do you live? Oh, and how many guys are you dating? That's nothing. What is my type and why do you think you are it? Who is your life has consistently valued your core gifts? What has it been to have a relationship like that? What are the gifts you thought you would have to hide or control in order to find love? What parts of you are you the most afraid to be taken advantage, mocked, or ignored? That's a very good question. Do you think I'm kind? Oh, that's a great question. Do you think I'm warm? If not, how should I improve? Are there essential qualities in you which have sometimes felt more like a curse than a gift? That's a very good question. What parts of you were not understood or appreciated in your family? What parts were overlooked, taken advantage of, or even abused? What lessons did this teach you about the world? What betrayals are you still on the looking out for? That's a very good question. Yeah, because if you can't trust, you can't really be intimate with. Huh? What did you tell yourself was wrong with you? Which fundamentals as sets of yourself did you become ashamed for or learn to hide? Yeah. How did you learn to protect yourself from being hurt again? What primitive actions do you take to protect tender core? Well, this is what we are doing. Huh? Okay, so I think that as considering most about the inner child. I mean, when we fall in love or when we raise to love, it's actually our spirit and the inner child that fall in love with each other or raised to love. The 3-year-old child doesn't have an ego, so she's not gonna insult you. She's not gonna disrespect you. They just wanna enjoy the moment, and that's so innocent and so pure and so cute and warm and tender. And as soon as you start asking stupid questions and knowing where the boundaries are, when everybody has their boundaries, and that's being respectful and integrative, as soon as you start playing games, you have already lost. What are you the most, I already asked this question. This one too, I'm not gonna ask this. Yes. What, if anything, is too serious to be joked about? Yes, you should never say anything negative, because then it's picked up by your subconscious. Okay? And if you follow the law of attraction rules, and you have to because that's how the universe works, you'll be fine. If you are or going to become close friends with your partner, okay, I already asked this. How close or warm is your family? Do you feel about your childhood was happier than most people? Make 3 true we statements. For example, we are both in this room. Finish this sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share. What do you value the most in your partner? I've already asked this one. Jordan Peterson says the couple should be discussing their love life relationship every week for 90 minutes. Do you agree? Well, you don't have a choice. If you want to be happy, you have to do this shadow work with your couple, with your half. If you just want to come home and watch TV, I prefer to be alone. Do you understand what it means, the sentence, I will never forget you? Do you know why I ask? May I ask you a question? Concerning your questions about, this is too private. Would you watch a boring documentary with me? Of course. Would you ride your motorcycle with me? Would you invite me? Because so far there was no invitation. Oh, would you take me parachuting? Would you like to take me to ride a horse? Would your family like me or welcome me? Or am I too avant-garde? How will you present us to your children? How will they react? What is your vision of a relationship for greatness? Ooh, that's a good question. already asked this. I've already asked this. Asked this. This. I've already asked this. What makes you laugh? That's very good. I've already asked this. I've already asked this. What do you value the most in a friendship? What I value the most in a friendship is the respect. I mean, I consider myself extremely lucky. My best friend, she's highly emotional educated, and I feel extremely lucky and grateful that I was given the opportunity to be with her. She has taught me a lot of things, and she has taught me that I am lovable. She has taught me that that she respects my no. She respects my space that I need to clean my energies. Because we are very different, and because we are very different, even though we are both Gemini, we have a lot of respect for each other. And my friendship with my best friend is the one that I'm going to keep for the rest of my life, because I like her so much that that I wish she would be really my family. Okay. You can choose your friends. You cannot choose your family, but you can choose your friends, and your friends become your family. They are your role models, because you teach things about yourself that your family couldn't teach you. Okay, and depending on their level of consciousness. And my best friend, she has a lot of patience for me, because she listens to everything I have to say, and she sucks the best out of it, and I'm very happy. I already asked this. The honeymoon phase lasts 18 months. What should we do to stay in love? That's a very good question. Do you think you have all the necessary skills to be a great partner? If so, which are those? I think I've asked this already. I've already asked this. I've already asked this. How do you handle criticism? Can I tell you something that is wrong or bothering me without you blowing up? That's a very good skill to have. I already asked them, so this is it. Thank you very much for listening to me. Most likely I will write the questions down below. The most important thing about dating is having fun. Keeping your vibrations high. So have a nice day and talk to you later. Bye.